It is 10 GMT, that is midday in Gaza, where the Israeli army has been expanding its attacks in central and southern areas. Civilians living there have experienced one of the worst nights since the beginning of the war nearly 2 months ago. More than 100 Palestinians have been killed in overnight Israeli strikes, and this brings the death toll since Saturday to more than 800. Jabalia refugee camp was one of the targets. Again, rescue workers worked through the night there using their bare hands to get people, many of them children, out from under the rubble. Hamas says fierce fighting has been taking place also near the southern city of Khan Younis. Israel claims some Hamas leaders are based in or near Khan Younis. The Israeli military cut off the road between the city and Deir al Balah, that's in central Gaza, dividing now the strip into 3 parts. Baig begins our coverage.
When there's a voice, there's hope. Even with this level of destruction, there are survivors, somehow managing to cling on to life when Israel is doing its best to end it. 13-year-old Alma emerges, shocked, covered in dust, but alive. It's only when the sun rises the full scale of destruction can be seen. Some collect body parts, others search for the dead. The survivors are taken to hospital, which are treating victims on the floor.
The emergency unit is small and we are flooded by dozens, if not hundreds of victims. We are left with very little to help them. Many are left to die due to lack of medical supplies and shortage of staff. This is the reality, killing by the dozens. Yesterday alone 36 were killed, the day before 52, and the numbers keep rising, let alone the hundreds buried underneath the debris.
The airstrikes keep coming, and Palestinians continue to be killed. Parents mourn their children, children their parents, siblings their brothers and sisters. Baig, Al Jazeera.
I'm joined on the phone now by Safwat Al Kahlout. Safwat, you're in Deir al Balah, that's in central Gaza. We're trying to understand what's happening in every part of the Gaza Strip as the Israeli military seems to have effectively cut the strip into 3 parts, north, central, and south. So what's happening in and around Deir al Balah?
We can start with the latest strikes here in Deir al Balah and the nearby of hospital, Al-Aqsa Hospital, which is the main hospital in Deir al Balah. Ambulances have been bringing more casualties from the latest 2 airstrikes here as Israeli fighters just hit two targets in the nearby here. Back to the tanks who are now cutting off the road, the main road that links the central area of the Gaza Strip with the southern part of it. And now the movement between the central area and the southern area is banned by the Israeli tanks, and we could hear field explosions or field exchange of fire between the fighting groups, the Palestinian fighting groups, and the Israeli tanks who are stationing in this main road, well known as Salah ad-Din, which is the longest road that links south to north of Gaza. The only choice now for the people is the coastal roads to flee from the central area, the coastal road, and to move towards the south. The people here are very much panicking, and they keep asking where should we go in the south, since now Rafah city is the only option remains for 70% of the Palestinians in the Gaza Strip to move to.
Safwat, thank you very much for that latest reporting in the central part of the Gaza Strip. That's Safwat Kahlout.